Tendai, the Hair Whisperer, and this is another exciting edition of Texture Talk TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is very special because number one, I am releasing brand new Whisper products. So this is going to be amazing. We get to try them out on some new people. We have two special models, two very, very, very special women who are joining us today. And they're going to talk about their journeys. And they're also going to be the first ones to have my brand new products tried on their hair. So I'm excited. Let's get excited. Let's get into these makeovers, okay?
Hi, my name is Jean. I'm from Port-Au-Prince, Haiti. I was adopted June 25th, 2015. In Haiti, my hair was manipulated a lot and I did not care for my hair. And when I came to America, I put a lot of braids in and my hair, I got a lot of breakage from that. So I want to get something out of this. Like I want to learn how to like my hair and just find a way to style it.
So what I'm hoping for Majine today is for her just to get a better understanding of her hair and for her to learn some ways that she can protect it, that she can make it healthier, and just to really appreciate the hair that she's been given. I think Tendai is great at helping women embrace their natural hair, and I'm hoping that she can develop a love for the hair that she has on her head.
So I keep wanting to call you Lupita. But you have such a beautiful smile, a beautiful face just like her. But just going through your hair, you know, with the Whisper Whip, definitely I've got some shedding going on. Everything is detangled, but you know what I noticed? I noticed that you have this very short area right here and in just different sections of your head, even on the sides right here. The back is super, super broken and short, which short is not a bad word in my vocabulary. I tell people it's better to have a manicured shortcut than to have long strands of hair. That is not cute. That is not empowering you. It's gonna frustrate you. But overall, as you know, to give you like facts, you know, your hair cuts itself when it's not hydrated properly. And when it's been in braids like this for a long time, you're gonna see these stress areas where you've got these little short pieces of hair all throughout. And then you have the longer strands just kind of camouflaging it. But overall, it makes your styling process limited. It also creates more of a frustration than anything. You know, I'm just looking at all the different areas. And it also, like if you go in to trim your hair, a lot of times people ignore this part down here because you literally have to section this area out and cut it where it is so that you're able to stop the breakage. You know what I mean? Very, very, it's a situation. it's a tricky situation for someone. And I know originally when you came in, you said you did not want your hair cut. So we've been talking about this a little bit. Tell me how you're feeling.
Nervous.
You're nervous? You're nervous?
Yeah.
That's natural. That's very, very natural. And you know, again, I don't have to cut your hair. We can do things to make your hair appear fuller, but you know, like with rod sets and things, it's kind of prolonging the inevitable long term, which is healthy hair. You want a healthy head of hair.
Yeah.
You want it. Tell me what you want to see from your hair. You want to see?
I just want it to be healthy and just grow. Like I don't want to be stuck in one place like right now. I just want it to grow.
You want it to grow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you guys a scenario, a quick scenario. If you would imagine, okay, take a look at my hands, right? My fingers. All right. So look in the mirror. I'll show you. So look at my fingers and imagine that this is your hair, all one length coming out of the scalp. These are all hair follicles, hair strands are coming up. All right. So they're all thick like this, the same length pretty much. And as it starts to grow, what happens with combing your hair, you start to get some pieces that are longer. Some are still down here where it started off. You know, you got this going on. And ultimately you end up with some strands that are, you know, longer, other ones shorter. And the only thing you're seeing is the longer strands of hair. Those strands are giving you a false sense of reality and where your hair is as far as thickness and where it could be. Versus if it all started here, it was being cared for properly and it all grew out the same way. And you got these thick strands from root to end. Well, when that's not taking place and you have breakage, what you end up doing is camouflaging, trying to camouflage with shorter strands of hair. And tell me about your styling options. Do you feel like you have a lot of styling options?
No, I just do one style.
Right, just do one style. And the reason why is because the hair is not even. I mean, especially back around the edges, they're definitely shorter. And then through the top right here, you've got patches of hair that are the same length as your edges. So consistently, you know, there's this breakage all the way through. My honest opinion, and the reason people come to me and they talk to me is that, you know, and I like to give you the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario, not worse, and it's a good thing. The most drastic case, I should say, is to do a big chop. The big chop is to make sure that your strands are all even all the way over, and then allowing it to grow out with the proper care, the proper hydration, the proper manipulation, and understanding that I'm doing this for the purpose of long-term growth. And I promise you, I've big chopped my hair. See, I'm big chopped now, but I've big chopped my hair so many times in my life, and every time it takes about 2 years for my hair to grow back. Now, naturally, people have different growth spurts in their life. It could take two years, could take 3, not sure, but 2 to 3 years with the proper amount of hydration to your hair. You know, you're a young woman. I don't see any alopecia, like there's no spots in your hair where there's scalp only. I don't see any scar tissue from your braiding. I think that you would do very well with the big chop. What are your thoughts around that?
I think I want to do it because it's the best decision, and it's just
okay. You know, you look like you're a little nervous and scared about it. Well, how about we do this?
Okay.
How about we just keep your hair and I style it, and then you can think about it and go from there.
I feel like I might change my mind.
So you want to cut it?
Yeah.
And you're sure?
Yeah.
She's sure. And yeah, that's it. So we're going to big chop today. Let's get your mama here and kind of tell her what we're talking about. Because originally when she called me, she said she does not want her hair cut. And no, let me say this. This is a disclaimer. My goal was not to persuade her to cut her hair off. I lay out the facts, and the facts help you to make the best decision. Right?
Yeah.
There we go. So let me get your mom. So, Majine and I have been talking, and we decided, I'll let her tell you.
Majine, what did you decide?
I decided to just go with the big chop.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a big decision, but I think it's probably a good one.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
The thickness of her hair here is just unmatched. Like you can see where there's short pieces all the way through.
Yeah.
And even though just looking at it, some people be like, why would you cut all that hair off, you guys? You're the very one I'm talking to. The ones who are like, don't cut that hair, don't cut the hair. I'm talking to you. You probably need a haircut right now. So, but it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be shorter, but, you know, we're going to give her Lupita Nyong'o. We're going to get her hair moisture levels raised up. We're going to see what's really going on inside of her scalp with her hair and all that to make sure that, you know, we're not having any bald patches or anything like that. But then we'll figure out what style's going to work best with her regimen along her journey. So let's figure out what we can do.
So my name is Erin Wright, and I am an OBGYN, so I'm a busy professional, and my hair journey started probably when I was about 5 years old. My parents had a relaxer in my hair starting at age 5, and that continued until about 5 years ago when I decided to embark on my natural hair journey. It has been a process and a struggle every single day. I always contemplate going back to a relaxer. But fortunately, I found the Hair Whisperer and Tendai and the products, and she's probably the only reason why I have not put a relaxer back in my hair. and that I actually embrace my natural curls these days. Because I am a busy professional, I'm actually an OBGYN, so I get up in the middle of the night, sometimes have to go into the hospital, which is why I rely on protective styles, and I rely on really quick, simple, easy, get up and go hair. I would say that that's probably the biggest thing for me. I also exercise a lot, and so things that can keep my hair, protected, where all of a sudden it doesn't like poof out every single time I exercise is really important to me as well.
Okay, Erin, thank you so much for coming in today. How's it going?
It's going well, thanks. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So I know you have a busy life.
I do.
Yes, all those beautiful babies, and so you have to be ready to rock and roll. How's it been going with your natural hair? Because you've been natural for a while, but we've been working together on your hair for growth and hydration for a minute. So how's that going for you?
Well, my hair is actually in a really healthy state at the moment. I'm actually very pleased with the progress that I've had over the last several years. So thank you for that. I have a lot of gratitude to you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the first thing we want to talk about, I know initially when you started coming to me, you had some heat damage going on, some breakage, more so in the back, and you were very, very afraid to get your hair cut. Well, I won't say, wasn't afraid. I don't know if it was afraid or...
Well, I wasn't afraid of getting it cut. It was more or less just transitioning to that natural state.
Right.
And I was afraid kind of the big chop that I've heard about. So that was kind of my fear,
Right.
that I would have to have that.
Yes,
So
that's a good point, because big chop is not always necessary. I love my big chops. I have a lot of women who do big chops. They love them. But is it necessary to transition to natural? No, it's not. You don't have to do that. You can do a gradual chop. Mm-hmm. And you can also have longer hair to transition and, just cut it as you see fit, Yeah. I'll tell you this. I will say this. Here's a real moment. Your hair will cut itself. So if you're holding on to hair strands that's just kind of like barely there, and you got all these broken pieces, and every time you comb your hair or anything, you got this hair coming out, your hair is cutting itself. So what you have to consider is that in that process with it breaking, your ends of your hair are not blunt, they're split, which means that they're weakened and they're going to continue to break, and you'll end up in a stunted pattern. It looks like your hair is not growing. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of that. Don't hold on to dead ends, and don't hold on to dead weight either. That's people. But anyway, sidebar. This is now time for us to do another style. But I was thinking we could do a silk press today, because I know you're always on the go. And a cool thing with the silk press is that, we've done a silk press on you before, and you'll notice that there's no heat damage on your hair, because we followed proper procedures as far as making sure that we introduce cooling down techniques, cooling down in between each introduction of heat, super important. And we're also raising the moisture levels before we go into shampooing. Now we'll discuss that a whole lot more as we go through the video, but meanwhile, let's get into this pre-poo with the Whisper Whip Hydration. I'm also super excited to be introducing my brand new line to you guys. This is the Whisper Whip shampoo, conditioner, and our curl moisturizing cream. I'm not going to be using the curl cream on you today since we're silk pressing, but I'll show you how these products can be used for silk press as well, and it's going to be fantastic. So
sure it is.
Stay tuned, and let's get right into this.
1, 2, 3.
Has had some struggles with breakage, and a lot of people don't realize that with braids literally suck the moisture from your hair, especially if you're using synthetic fibers. So not having the proper moisture in the hair, and then on top of that, really depleting it and then kind of cutting it off with the braids too tight. Those combinations, they can work in your favor. They're really pretty. Braids are amazing, but protective style, sometimes it can work against you if it's not taken care of properly or hydrated properly over a period of time.
Oh my goodness, I can believe how good I look. I look like an African queen. I look so good. I just never expected to go that short with my hair, but I love it. I just like everything. Okay, thank you very much.
What an amazing day we've had so far already. We have two amazing women who their transformations are, I can't think of another word. What, amazing? I've said that like 3 times now. So that just tells you how amazing this was. It was fantastic. Our first model, Erin, she's a busy person, you know, delivering those babies, and not a whole lot of time to just stop and glam out. But we wanted to make sure that we gave her a look that would stop the show. So, you know, they're gonna have to welcome a whole new different doctor to the hospital. We want you guys to take a look at this makeover.
Oh my gosh, I honestly cannot even thank Tendai and the team enough for this look today. I am just floored. I don't think I have ever seen myself look like this. Most of the time I'm wearing scrubs and it is not very pretty. So today I feel amazing and my hair is just, I mean, well, you can tell, it just looks flawless and it is feeling very silky smooth. It has been a fantastic experience and I am so thankful today. Thank you.
When I want, they are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me.